had received pieces of paper with a drawing of a winged dagger on them. Like this one.
Hmm? Death comes today as it came to your brothers. Oh, yes, but you mustn't let these sort of things stupefy you, these demons.
Ah, then you do believe that Strake is a demon.
I believe all sorts of things, Mr. Elmer. As I was saying, these demons, they make us feel helpless by trying to make us feel hopeless.
Yes, you're right, of course. But he'll find out that I'm not so hopeless as he imagines, or so helpless either. Perhaps I have more hope and better health than he thinks. You see, I believe my unfortunate brothers died because they were using the wrong weapons. You see, Philip always carried a revolver, and that's how his death came to be called suicide. Stephen had police protection, but he also had a sense of the ridiculous. He couldn't ask a policeman to climb out with him out onto a catwalk where he was only going to be for a few seconds. You see, neither of them realized, neither of them understood that there's only one effective weapon against black magic, and that's white magic.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Or perhaps I should say silver. Come with me for a moment. They're beautiful, aren't they? I've collected these pieces in every corner of the world.
Yes. Oh, just look at it all. I knew it was going to snow. There's white magic for you at any rate.
Do you know why I chose this particular piece, Father Brown?
No.
Because I can load it with this sort of bullet.
But that's an apostle's.
Didn't you know that when a man has sold his soul to the devil, he can only be killed by a silver bullet?
But how can you bear to destroy anything so beautiful?
When Strake comes from me, I shan't rely on the protection of the police or a lead bullet. Well, let me see, what else do we need? Powder, wadding, and we'll need some sort of ramrod.
Well, I feel a little cold, Mr. Elmer. I think I'll get my cloak. Hello. Exchange. Put me through to the police station, please. Please, Inspector Boyne? Inspector Boyne? He's what? He's not there. Oh, dear, oh, dear. No matter, no matter.
Glory be to the white magic! Glory be to the silver bullet! My brothers are avenged at last.
As if he's swooped down like a great bird.
How else could he have come? Look at the snow. Do you see any footprints on it besides yours and mine? There's not a mark on it for miles. Except for this foul black blot.
That cloak, it's very curious.
It's a trifle too long for him, wouldn't you say? He wasn't a very tall man. That cloak would have trailed behind him on the ground, therefore.
Oh. Well, Mr. Elmer, shall we leave his body here? Or shall we take it upstairs to your room?
I'll call for the police in a minute. First, I'm going to have a drink. There was a kind of rushing wind outside, as if a huge wheel was spinning in the sky. simply looked outside and fired blindly. I can see you're still doubtful, Father Brown. But you've seen the thing with your own eyes.
Yes?
You have no business to be an unbeliever, Father Brown. Weird things, strange things without any explanation, they're your stock in trade, surely.
Well, yes, that's true. I do believe some things, yes, I do. Therefore, I don't believe other things.
Oh, you do. You do. We all do. We all believe everything. Every one of us has beliefs that were old before the very first religions were born, ideas that are part of the very tissue of our brains. Take reincarnation, for example. Every one of us believes in his heart that the human soul goes round and round through the ages like a circling star, or like a snake biting his own tail. All things return again and again. Perhaps John Strake and I have always been enemies in many shapes and at many times. But since we need each other and seek each other out, is it not possible that this eternal hatred is also an eternal love? Do you not realize, Father Brown? Do you not believe, beyond all your other beliefs, that there is but one reality where all things merge into one? Hatred into love, man into the devil into God.
No.
No. How can you say no? You've seen part of that eternal drama with your own eyes. You've seen John Strake try to kill Arnold Aylmer by black magic. You've seen Arnold Aylmer kill John Strake by white magic, and yet you still don't believe it?
No, I don't.
May I ask, why not?
Because you're not Arnold Aylmer. You're John Strake. And you've just killed the last of the brothers. And it's his body that's lying out there in the snow. It was the Apostle Spoon, you see. The Apostle Spoon. Now, you wouldn't deliberately break a thing like that, would you, Inspector? So why should a man who spent his whole life collecting antique silver?
Well, but having gone to all that trouble, I mean, why didn't he load the pistol?
Oh, well, he couldn't find the powder or the ramrod or something or other, I suppose. The shot I heard must have come from his own revolver. The silver bullet, the idea, the silver bullet must have been an inspiration.
Tell me this, when you first saw him, did you really believe that it was Arnold Aylmer?
Oh, my goodness, yes. Well, it was a dressing gown, you see. I mean, a dressing gown is one of the really good disguises I've ever come across. I mean, when you see a man in a dressing gown in a house, you naturally assume that he's in his own home, don't you? Well, when he came through that stained glass door, I thought he'd come from the bedroom. And then I remembered that that was the makeshift sick room that they'd made up for poor old Mr. Aylmer. Of course, it was stupid of me not to have thought of that. You see, he hadn't been in that room at all. He'd come straight in from the garden. And when I realized that, I knew exactly what had happened.
Who's that?
Then there dawned on this strange and fertile mind the idea of exchanging roles with his dead enemy. He'd already assumed the part of Arnold Elmer. So why shouldn't Arnold Elmer's corpse be passed off as John Strake's? The idea must have appealed to the man's odd, twisted imagination. It was like some horrible fancy-dress ball with the two mortal enemies going there dressed in each other's clothes.
Fancy dress ball? Sounds more to me like a dance of death.
Yes. With one of the partners already dead.
Henry, you know, the body in the snow.
Remember I said that the stained glass door suddenly blazed with a red light? It was like a huge blood stain spreading across the carpet, and I couldn't think what it was at first. And then I realized, of course, it was the light reflected from the snow outside. Now, that must have been the moment when Strake opened the garden doors to throw the corpse out onto the terrace.
Having, of course, dressed him in his own long black cloak.
Yes, yes, yes. And you know, it really did look like a great black bird lying there. The cloak was too long, of course, and he used that fact to weave his extraordinary story about a ghostly creature that flew through the air. He used everything, don't you see? The man was an artist, using every circumstance that came along.
But instead of creating, he preferred to destroy.
Yes, yes. What a great novelist the man would have made. Do you know, Inspector? I shall never be able to look at a coat stand again without a shudder.